kept tinkering with the brand. And then around the time that I was ready to leave, I had built some relationships back here at home that allowed me to end up working for a sports organization that was owned by a local NBA player. And I did some marketing and branding there for about 2 years. And then from that point, I just kind of started being kind of like a mercenary, if you will, so to speak, for marketing. You know, I worked with a couple of different brands here and there, pitching them to some of the contacts that I made, and just kind of helping them get their products ready for larger retailers. And one of them was a startup brand out of Detroit called Cardoni, Renzo Cardoni. They basically took jerseys and sportswear, and they would customize them like with snake skin and different things like that. Very, very popular, man, with all of your major hip hop artists. You know, they were working with everybody from Fabulous, Lil Wayne, Future, all the athletes, all of the type of stuff. And so I saw the brand. I thought it was something I could add. I got in contact with them. They invited me up there. I went up there to their studio. Told them what I thought I could do. They gave me a shot, put a contract together, and I pitched the brand to Barneys. And this was before Barneys folded. And like, this as an independent, I'm an independent person. I'm not affiliated with anybody. It's just me, you know. So I put together a contract with them. I drafted my own contract and put it together with them. And I told them I was gonna shop the brand. And it was basically one of those situations where you eat what you kill. You make something, you make money. If you don't, you don't. So I pitched the Barneys, and Barneys was interested. And so I went back at them and took them to Barneys in New York. And we met them up there. We met with the buyer for Barneys for menswear. And we brought some samples. He loved the product. And he almost placed an order immediately, like that day. And so it was a big deal. We ended up getting an order from them for like, the first order I think was like 300,000, but it ended up getting worked down to maybe like 130, 140, just because of production time and stuff like that. And so the other thing that I wanted to do is to give the brand success. I wanted to like bolster it with another collaboration. So I had the lady that had got my stuff on BT. Her name was Tex Watts. And she was a fashion stylist, and she was basically running a fashion piece for BET shows. And I would just keep up with her here and there, like through social media. So she was working with Starter at this time. So I went to her and I was like, hey, you know, they customize these pieces, that sports pieces, they're popular. You think about a collaboration. So she pitched it to the head of the company, and we had some conversations, and we began working on a collaboration. What ended up happening was that Barneys wanted to roll the product out in the summertime, and that Starter needed like a quarter at minimum to get the product produced in the form of a true collaboration. And so what ended up happening is we couldn't meet those production deadlines, and so what we did is we bought, what the company did, they bought some Starter jackets and they customized them. And we were under the impression that they had the approval of the government bodies of the leagues, because you have to have approval. Long story short, the product dropped at Barneys, and it was on the website for maybe 1 or 2 days, and then it got pulled down by the leagues. And it was just a setback, but at the same time, I was still empowered because I had independently brought in this business. Not only did I identify that brand as a brand that I thought would be successful, but then I also knew enough about the industry in the background to know what they would be interested in, the retailer. And so we worked together a couple more months. I tried to pitch them to another place. I pitched them to a large sports retailer, and they picked up the brand too. And we were in the process of putting together a large-scale collaboration. And then with those retailers, once you put together the mock-ups and stuff like that, they go through the legal department. Then once they went through the legal department, the issues that they had with the leagues got flagged. And so it stopped that collaboration, kind of dead in the water. And those guys, they still making customized product and all that, man. And they do a really, really good job.